Speech stop recording button.
Speech off.
So in the video for today, what is Bop It and how does it relate to blind people or blindness in particular? Well, it does relate to blind people because in most schools for the blind, games like Bop It are played. You know, people at certain schools for the blind, kids at those kinds of schools, they play Bop It because it's one of the only reflex games that is out there, or that are out there. So basically, Bop It is a handheld game that tests your reflexes. I got a few Bop It games over there on the desk over there, and I'm gonna go grab all of them, including the group one. There's like 5 micro Bop Its. I'm gonna get them all. I got the one that was in the drawer, in the box. So I'm gonna grab the rest. Right, so Minion, R2D2, BB-8,
Bop It to start.
and it just turned on. And Micro.
Bop It to start. I'll just switch off for a while.
Okay, there. So all these games, they have 3 commands to them. All of these have Bop It, Twist It, and Pull It. So, the Bop It button is just a button. You press the button. Well, what I do is kind of hit it, but I think you're supposed to press it. Twist It is a knob, and Pull It is a handle that you pull. Twist It is a knob that you twist, and like I said, Pull It is a handle that you pull. I believe these commands are yellow and blue colored, but I don't know. Now, you've heard of Despicable Me, right? You've heard of the franchise called Despicable Me, right? Well, there's a Bop It, a Despicable Me Bop It, but I'm just gonna talk about the next Bop It. What I got right here, when I'm showing these are not the entire Bop It collection. These are just micro Bop Its. So, R2D2 has the same commands, although you would Bop It on its head. You would kind of, press the button on the top, twist the head, and pull the legs. Bop It turns this one on. Pull It turns the micro on. The next one is BB-8. It's another Star Wars one. I'm gonna demonstrate all of them. So yeah. So we have Bop the stomach area, or whatever it is. Twist the head and pull the head. That's kind of ridiculous, but okay. Now we got the Groot. It's from Guardians of the Galaxy. It is Groot, baby Groot. So it's like R2D2. We bop the head. We like press the top of the head where the bop it button is. Twist the head and then pull the legs. The Minion is kind of the same, but there's one difference. Instead of twisting the head, there's an eyeball on the front, or excuse me, not an eyeball, but Stuart wears goggles. He's like a Cyclops because he's got the one eye. You twist it. I thought you twisted the entire eye, but just the front of the little goggles is what you twist, and then you pull the legs. So all of these games have solo and pass it modes. So the original Micro was made in 2014. The R2-D2 Micro was released in 2015. The BB-8 was released in 2016. The Minion was actually released in 2017, along with the Groot. However, there's a new Bop-It Micro coming out. In fact, there are two new of them. There are two of the new ones that are coming out. And those are Bop-It Chewbacca and Bop-It Olaf. Chewbacca's from Star Wars, and Olaf is from the Frozen franchise, or the Frozen trilogy, or whatever, or movies. So, here's the original Micro Bop-It.
Solo.
They have 3 volume settings.
Blasting.
It's on loud when you turn it on, so you can turn it up to the black.
Bop it to start.
Level 3, basically, volume 3.
Quiet.
This is quiet.
Loud.
Loud.
Blasting.
Blasting.
Pass it.
Pass it.
Solo.
Solo.
High score 100.
These all go up to 100, so...
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Oh! Hello.
I messed up on purpose.
Score 12.
And here's the pass it. You basically, well,
Bop it to
know what
start.
pass it is whenever.
Pass it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it.
It's multiplayer, so you can pass it among your friends.
Twist it. Twist it. Bop it. Pass it. Pull it. Yow! You're out.
Alright, so that's that one.
Bop it to start.
It's got the same sound chip as the Bop It Shout, if you want to know.
I'm going to sleep.
Here's the R2-D2 one. Now, you may not see it, but at least you can hear it. It's got the sounds of R2-D2 and C-3PO. C-3PO does the voice. He commands you to do the... He is the person that, like, says bop it, twist it, and pull it,
Bop it to start. Blasting. Quiet. Loud. Blasting.
This is not very good audio.
High. Score 100. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Pull it. Pull it.
These bop its are so easy that even a child can beat these.
Bop it. Pull it. Pull it.
I messed up on
Perhaps you
purpose.
need an oil bath. Score 13.
Okay, 13, not that bad. Wait, wasn't there a
Bop it
reset
to
button?
start. I'll just switch off for a while.
I don't think that's the reset. I think that's the battery screw, but whatever, I don't know.
Bop it to start. Blasting. Pass it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pass it.
Same thing, same thing.
Pull it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it. Pass it. circuits must be malfunctioning. I'm terribly sorry, but you are out.
Now the Baby 8 one has only one difference.
Pop it to start.
One, or there's actually two. There's actually a few.
I'll just switch off for a while.
It's still voiced by C-3PO, but guess what?
Pop it to start. Quiet, loud, blasting.
It's got a better sound system.
High, score 100.
It's got the same gains.
Pop it. Twist it.
But wait,
Twist it. Twist it. Pop it.
other sounds from Baby 8,
Twist it. Pull it. Pop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Pop it. Your circuits must be malfunctioning. Score 12.
yep, those are sounds from Baby 8.
Pass it. Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pass it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Your circuits must
Yep,
be
same
malfunctioning. I'm terribly sorry, but you are out.
Alright, the next is Bobby Minion, which
To start.
has a completely different voice.
I'll just switch off for a while.
Alright, so here's the Bobby Minion. It's Despicable Me 3, so this is the most recent Muppet to be released, period. Alongside the Muppet Maker, which is another Muppet.
Muppet to start.
It's got the voice of Agnes, and you want to know who voices Agnes in this film?
Muppet
Or
to
who
start.
voiced her in the film?
Quiet. That's super loud.
I'm just turning up the volume so it doesn't go to sleep. The person who does it is Nev Cheryl.
Quiet. That's super loud.
Those are the volume levels. They're quiet,
Quiet.
loud,
Loud.
and super loud.
Super loud.
Yeah, this is mainly meant for kids. This is mainly a kid's Muppet.
Muppet to start.
But I figured, why not play it?
High score. 100.
I got 100 on all 5 of these.
Muppet. Twist it. Pull it. Muppet. Pull it. Muppet. Twist it. Muppet. Muppet. Pull it. Muppet. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it.
Oh boy,
Muppet.
these are sounds
Twist it. Muppet. Muppet.
of Minion Stewart.
Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Muppet. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Pinky, promise you try again? Score 27.
Yep. It has a different.
Muppet to start.
It has a different sound when it goes to sleep, and it is.
Wait, what about goodnight kisses?
Wait, what about Goodnight Kisses? Yeah. Here's the Muppet Groot from Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I am Groot. Pop it to start. Quiet, loud, blasting.
This is voiced by an actual. This is voiced by Rocket Raccoon.
start. Pass it. Solo. Pass it. Solo. Pass it.
I like how it's a solo. Pass it.
Pop it to start.
Whoa. Pass it is basically the same
Time score. 100.
on the Muppet Minion and all the other ones.
Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pop it. Pop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. I am Groot. Come on, Groot. You're killing me. Score. 7. Pass it.
Pass it.
Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pop it. Twist it. Pass it. Pull it. Twist it. Pop it. Twist it. Pop it. Pass it.
issues, Groot. Looks like you're out, little buddy.
Looks like you're out, little buddy. Oh, wait. Let me go back to the menu real quick
Start.
after this one goes to swipe, and I'll play passing on that just so you can hear it.
Why don't you just rest for a bit?
Tap it. Bump it. Twist it. Pull it. Bump it. Twist it. Pull it. Tap it. Bump it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Tap it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Bump it. Whoa, you blew it. Pinky, promise you'll try again?
Oh, well, those are all those boppets. I'm going to put them
Bump it to start.
back around in the winkies here, and let's go grab a few of the universal boppets.
What about the neck kissing?
Ugh. Alright, so I'm going to grab one of the oldest boppets that I got. According to the year date, it's Boppet Extreme. So this is one of the bigger and more bulkier boppets in the 1990s. This is the second boppet of the 1990s.
Beat bop, solo. Box bop. Beat bop, box bop, solo.
It's running on battery, so you won't exactly hear what pitch it is. Just spin it, flick it,
High score.
twist it, bop it, and pull it. And it's kind of annoying.
Spin it. Twist it. Flick it. Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Pop it. Spin it.
Oh!
Hey,
My
you
spinner
win.
doesn't work very well.
Score.
Okay, that's the scoring system. But my video is basically not all about Boppet. It's about how it relates to blind people. So, I put this away, and I'm going to show you how it relates to blind people. Okay, here we go. That Boppet maker doesn't work. Ridiculous. Alright, so how does Boppet relate to blind people? I basically told you what Boppet is, but how does it relate to blind people? Well, you see, it's just something that blind people can play with. Like I said, in most schools for the blind. You know, blind kids that go to school, that have to stay in school. And like, you know, schools for the blind, you know, they have Boppets there. They have, according to an article I read about blindfold games, they created a game that's similar to Boppet. And that article said that there's not really any reflex games or skill games that there's no games on the App Store that really help little kids learn how to use the gestures properly on their, like, iPhones or something. So, Blindfold Games created Blindfold Bop gesture game. And it's similar to Bop It in a way. Like, I mean, it's pretty much Bop It, but you got gestures included. It doesn't have it has twist left, twist right. And I believe it has touch, which is similar to Bop It. And then it has, like, down, like, kind of like pull it. Right is actually kind of like pull it. And 2 up and 2 down. I don't know what that would be. So they basically have gestures similar to Twist It, Bop It, and Pull It. So there's that. So they talked about how there's not very many skill games out there. That Bop It was basically the only one. So they decided to make a skill game called, oh, you kind of heard it before, but Blindfold Bop. And yeah.
Speak. Stop recording button.
So that's basically Bop It and how it relates to blind people, and kind of a little bit of a history on Blindfold Bop. So see you guys later, and I hope you do a great job on your YouTube channels. Goodbye.